This is Terry Kurtz online reporting on Victor Valley, High Desert, and Mojave River Valley events, activities, entertainment, sports, and history. The Desert Tortoise, Joshua Tree National Park, and Operations Shelter Me. Headline topics on this local edition newscast. Our Desert Tortoise is targeted for added protection, and Joshua Tree National Park looks to be expanded, according to the annual report from the Mojave Desert Land Trust. Climate disruption and habitat loss continue to threaten both of the desert's protected species. To save critical desert tortoise habitat, the Land Trust is coordinating a 3-year project to restore one of the most heavily impacted regions for the state's reptiles, which is expected to be uplisted by the state to endangered this month. There is also a proposal underway to expand Joshua Tree National Park to the east in the Eagle Mountain area by about 17,000 acres. The Land Trust currently manages over 60,000 acres across the California desert. The nonprofit organization reports nearly 2,500 acres of land were transferred to the Bureau of Land Management in the Old Woman Mountains Wilderness Area and Mojave Trails National Monument in 2023. The Land Trust has conserved 120,315 acres of the California desert to date, some of which are conveyed to federal agencies to be incorporated into national parks, monuments, and federal wilderness. As part of ongoing stewardship needs last year, staff removed nearly 7 tons of trash, including tires and household waste. Operation Shelter Me continues to provide unhoused high desert residents with resources and housing. In their most recent activity, the Community Service and Reentry Division Homeless Outreach Proactive Enforcement Team conducted Operation Shelter Me in Apple Valley. The team provided 17 individuals with referrals to programs for assistance. 12 individuals were linked with follow-up professional services, and one family was placed in bridge housing with linkage to long-term services. Operation Shelter Me aims to connect staff with unhoused residents and offer them housing, medical, and mental health treatment services. If you know of persons experiencing hopelessness who need services, please get in touch with the H.O.P.E team at 909-387-0623 or the website shown. The most recent series of Operation Consequences crime suppression raids targeted 8 locations in high desert communities and resulted in over 50 more firearms removed from our area's streets and neighborhoods. Investigators with the Sheriff's Gangs Narcotics Division, Specialized Enforcement Division, and multiple patrol stations, along with personnel from California Highway Patrol, San Bernardino County Probation, and Department of Homeland Security, focused operations in neighborhoods that included 2 in Apple Valley, 2 in Barstow, 1 in Hesperia, 2 in Victorville, and 1 in Phelan. 17 search warrants were served as investigators contacted gang members and persons prohibited from possessing firearms. 52 firearms were confiscated and 36 felony arrests were made. Operation Consequences conducts crime suppression operations throughout the high desert and in the sheriff's jurisdiction surrounding the city of San Bernardino. Operations include parole and probation checks. There are currently 6,568 parolees at large in California. 534 of those parolees are at large in San Bernardino County. April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month, and the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is actively on the lookout for drivers who are in violation of the state's hands-free cell phone law. As law enforcement officials remind us, in today's fast-paced life, it is common to lose focus while driving. Distracted Driving Awareness Month is a crucial reminder that even a moment of inattentiveness or a quick glance at the phone can lead to serious consequences. Motorists are encouraged to get off your apps and keep your eyes on the road. Maybe, even before starting the car, silence your phone or put it in the glove box, trunk, or back seat, anywhere you can't reach it. According to the 2023 California statewide public opinion survey, nearly 3/4 of drivers surveyed said that distracted driving because of texting was their biggest safety concern. In 2021, there were at least 140 people killed in distracted driving traffic crashes in California. The numbers are likely underreported because law enforcement officers may not always be able to tell that distraction was a factor in a crash. Under current law, vehicle operators are not allowed to hold a phone or electronic communications device while operating a vehicle, even when stopped at a red light. This includes talking, texting, or using an app. Using a handheld cell phone while driving is punishable by a fine, and violating the hands-free law for a second time within 36 months of a prior conviction for the same offense will result in a point being added to a driver's record. If you have an important phone call, text, or email, or are in a situation with other distractions, such as looking up directions, pull over to a safe parking spot to complete the task without putting yourself and others at risk. Other distractions can be eating, grooming, reaching for something that fell on the floor, putting on or taking off clothing, talking with passengers, or being distracted by passengers, especially children, in the back seat. Funding for distracted driving enforcement is provided by a grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Terry Kurtz Online was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road.
So.
Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Valu Quality Truck Body. Family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, our area's longest-standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert.
And destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. Preceding TKOL
Spotlight, showcasing the Victor Valley's best, most interesting, brightest, most entertaining, most deserving. Spotlight.
We shine the TKOL spotlight on the works of local author John Beyer, and this trailer promoting his novels Soft Target and Hunted back in 2013.
You American tramp! Do what I say or she dies!
Please, I'll do anything you want. Just let her go.
Get on the loudspeaker! Tell the teachers to open the classrooms now!
I can't do that.
Then she dies.
The teachers won't unlock their doors. Not after seeing you and your men come onto school grounds.
Then we will have to find other avenues, won't we?
How serious is this going to get?
Depends on how serious these men are.
It's going to be pretty serious from the intel I've received from the deputies on scene. We've got over 24 well-armed men, RPGs, AK-47s. We need to get SWAT here if we have time.
This is not looking very promising.
What are we going to do if SWAT doesn't make it there on time? You two seem awfully calm for a school being taken over by terrorists.
Not at all, but this is the way of life. This terrorism is new to you Americans, but it's old to us.
Ah, the Russian philosopher.
My God! They just executed 2 children.
How do you know?
It was just uploaded to YouTube.
This is when it starts.
A killer without remorse, burning with pride and having the time of his life, Zachary Marshall is unstoppable until Detective Jonas Peters unexpectedly arrives in the midst of one of Marshall's heinous crimes. After a bank robbery goes from bad to worse and leaves 3 dead, including a little girl, Marshall finds himself the target of the most intensive manhunt Riverside, California has ever witnessed.
Thought you quit smoking.
About a dozen times in the past years. Today just seemed easy to slip into old habits.
Got an extra one?
Rebecca, you don't smoke.
You're right. I can't sympathize that much.
Good.
Tell me what happened.
Is this official?
It has to be, Jonas. It's my business. I need to know that procedures were followed to the letter of the law.
You know me, Rebecca. Of course they were.
Jonas, this is bad. Not only has the department lost a fine detective, but we've got 2 dead civilians and one who may or may not make it. And we've got nothing to show for it. That perp just disappeared off of that roof.
We followed procedures.
Tell me then. I need to know exactly how it happened.
You can read my report.
Look, I know you guys hate internal affairs, but you gotta understand something. We don't only go after the bad cops, we try to protect the good ones. Look, I know you've been through hell today, but don't take it out on me. I'm trying to help.
Steve and I heard shots inside the bank and decided to go in.
Did you know what the shooting was about?
Not at the time, but we thought it prudent to get our asses in there before there'd be possible bloodshed. We wanted to wait for backup, but there wasn't enough time.
Jonas, the only thing that suspect shot before you got in there was the surveillance camera. That was it.
How were we to know? I thought he might start shooting up the place. It was a judgment call, Rebecca, plain and simple.
Nothing in this business is plain and simple. There's a lot of knots in this story that have to be untied before it's laid out to view. Look, I probably overstepped my authority by saying this much this early. I'll talk to you again. I am sorry about your partner.
Yeah, sure.
Screw you. I'll miss him too.
Detective Peters becomes frustrated and half-crazed as the case falters due to lack of clues and evidence. Ordered to take a vacation from the department before he drives all of the other detectives crazy with his constant tirades, he reluctantly agrees, but an innocent remark to the media changes the entire scenario. Now the hunter becomes hunted. Detective Peters takes this homicide case especially hard, having seen his own young daughter murdered during a bungled convenience store robbery years earlier. The pain of the darkness is too deep, and the spirits are waiting to remind him they will not forgive him, and he cannot forgive himself. There will be no rest until Marshall is caught. Hunted, available May 18th in bookstores everywhere.
John Robert Beyer has since published the novels Operation Scorpion and Akitos, The Past Will Kill. A gifted photographer as well as novelist and author, John Beyer co-authors online articles with his wife, Laureen Beyer, on their blog website, J&L Research and Exploration. He is also an award-winning columnist, the author of Beyer's Byways column, appearing weekly in USA Today and the Victorville Daily Press. The Beyers have also appeared in episodes of the Tales of the Frontier television series. On this date in high desert sports and entertainment history, behind the scenes of this 2012 episode of Tales of the Frontier series, filmed locally. Ladies and gentlemen, Two Gun Family. The program you are about to see is true. No names have been changed because, well, nobody here is innocent. Return with us to the days of the Old West with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty...
I love everything about it.
Locations for the 2012 series Tales of the Frontier take us to the Lazy Lizard in Lucerne Valley, to the nearby Lazy G Ranch, to a very cold, windy, and wet early morning shoot at the Saggy V in Apple Valley's Marianas, and neighboring locations along the Mojave River, up to picturesque Big Bear and Crestline locations observed by traveling journalist John Beyer and wife Lorene, who later joined the cast of Tales of the Frontier.
That we covered one of the episodes up in Crestline during the summer, and it was such a fun event, all-day event, that we decided to come in and do work as extras. I didn't realize how much there was into a production. I mean, my goodness, this costume took 40 minutes to put on, and we're not done yet.
And back down to Dale and Lloyd Noel's Coyote Pines outside Lucerne Valley, the nearby White Horse Ranch, Western Village, and back over to the Kemper Campbell Ranch between Victorville and Apple Valley. Upcoming flashbacks to the making of Tales of the Frontier will take us farther behind the scenes of this Western series filmed at high desert locations. Terry Kurtz Online was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville. Check out Down Home Grill's money-saving, inflation relief menu. Call 760-241-4663 for delivery, drive-through, pickup, or to order ahead for dine-in at Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated locally since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, proudly showcasing teams, athletes, and youth-oriented activities. The Bradco Companies. Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies. Bradco, leading efforts to improve the quality of life and standard of living for all residents throughout our high desert region.
Serious legal problems? Don't go alone. The other guys have attorneys just waiting to blow you away. Contact Iwanzak. Accidental death? Injured on the job? Contact Iwanzak. Law firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems.
We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery designs. We Got 'em official CIF-sanctioned Chanel patches for varsity jackets. We Got 'em Tees since 1984. 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert, and favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley. Flashing back to the glory days of High Desert Mavericks baseball. The High Desert Mavericks introduced their new Major League affiliation with the Texas Rangers. The new ownership and leadership began in 2014 with General Manager Ryan Cook pledging to turn the franchise around and do everything he could do to return High Desert Mavericks baseball to the glory days of the early 1990s.
Let's go, Mavericks!
Cook's ambitious and vigorous campaign of restoration and rejuvenation met with success in regaining sponsorship, particularly on the corporate level. Between innings, promotions, fan-pleasing attractions, and entertainment apart from and in addition to the on-field performance of the baseball team itself introduced. Improved and expanded concessions, and the overall atmosphere at the ballpark top priorities.
Pre-game activities drew upon local entertainment. On the concourse, the national anthem performed live by local talent, and first pitch ceremonies casting recognition on deserving participants from a wide circle, range, and base of local dignitaries. KVVB TV televised Mavericks games live, reaching a national and international audience, live streamed on kvvb.tv. Transition to the new Major League affiliate, the Texas Rangers, is really not a huge factor in building on a fan base. Mavericks season ticket holders are fans of minor league baseball, regardless whether the players are prospects of the Kansas City Royals, Seattle Mariners, Arizona Diamondbacks, or San Diego Padres. Fans supported High Desert Mavericks baseball with the highest attendance in 15 years. Over 145,000 fans attended Mavericks games in 2014. That's over 50,000 more than the previous year, and over 40% increase in attendance. The long-term success of the High Desert Mavericks is contingent upon the success of off-season events and activities in large part. Under Ryan Cook's leadership, the Adelanto Grand Prix has returned in hugely successful manner. California Fight League Cage Fighting staged a 2014 event drawing 3,000 and will continue hosting CFL events in 2015, alternating venues with the High Desert Events Center.
Flashing back to headline makers years past, presented by the Holiday Inn, Conference and Convention Center for the High Desert, and favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley.
And yet our heads are spinning. We are winning. We concentrate on winning.
A lot of excitement. They're going to see like little kids playing around, and most of them are trying to figure out who they really are. You have the adults who are slowly changing throughout the entire play.
Mitch is an ex-con, just got out of Putnam County Prison to Putnam County Spelling Bee. He doesn't like any of them whatsoever.
And how do you spell G-R-I-E?
G-R-I-E-V-E.
Okay, Alyssa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's your character's name in the play?
Ronalisa Peretti.
What are people going to see when they come see this spelling bee play?
Well, they're going to see a lot of really fun and like a lot of excitement. They're going to see like little kids playing around, and most of them are trying to figure out who they really are. And you know, you have the adults who are slowly
about the part I like the most is that how he jumps out of the way when he's scared by Jesus.
We concentrate on winning.
I like that she's got the I Love You song. I think that's my favorite part.
Holy cow.
We shall make a fall and about to concentrate on winning.
Oh, they're gonna see a bunch of like fun and excitement. It's a funny play. There's definitely gonna be laughing. You know, it's gonna have its moments where it's gonna have them kind of sad, a little happy, excited. Got all the little emotions in there.
We're living out our dreams.
That's my name.
Leave Tony Bear.
And try and keep from shaking.
Loading Schwartz and Ruben Yard.
At the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
And yet our heads are spinning.
We are the slightest bit bizarre.
It's a very big undertaking.
The Bureau of Land Management has awarded 2 grants totaling almost $5 million to accelerate the training and placement of excess wild horses and burros into private care. These grants are part of the BLM's efforts to encourage more adopters to give a wild horse or burro a good home. The Adoption Incentive Program provides up to $1,000 to adopt an untrained wild horse or burro from the BLM. The goal of the program is to reduce BLM's recurring costs to care for unadopted and untrained wild horses and burros, while helping to enable the BLM to confront a growing overpopulation of wild horses and burros on fragile public rangelands. Thanks to its Adoption Incentive Program and the online corral, the BLM has doubled the rate of private care placement over the last 5 years. Vouchers are now available to have dogs or cats spayed or neutered. Residents with dogs or cats in San Bernardino County's unincorporated communities can request a voucher for $50 towards spaying and neutering. To request a voucher, call the Pet Overpopulation Coalition at 888-767-2550 or email the address shown. Your help is being sought to clear our San Bernardino County shelters by adopting, not shopping. If you are looking for a new four-legged friend, the First District is home to several animal shelters with dogs and cats in need of loving homes. The Board of Supervisors recently approved funding toward reduced pet adoption fees at the Big Bear and Devore animal shelters through June of 2024. Cats are now $10 and dogs are $20. This includes spaying, neutering, microchip, and most vaccines. Other local shelters include the Hesperia Animal Shelter on Santa Fe Avenue and the Apple Valley Animal Shelter on Powhatan Road. The Apple Valley Animal Shelter Rescue Team regularly posts photos of animals ready for adoption. For more information, please call 760-240-7555. San Bernardino County birth and death certificates are now available online. San Bernardino County's Vital Statistics Registration Office has launched a new service that allows residents to purchase certified copies of birth and death certificates online. Currently, the service is available for births and deaths that occurred in the past 2 years. Records for events older than 2 years can be obtained at San Bernardino County Hall of Records. The Victor Valley Community Services Council is offering free homemaker services, transportation, and activities for seniors ages 60 and older with mobility challenges. Residents can join the group in its monthly shopping trips where they pick you up, take you home, and assist with lifting and carrying items. For more information or to reserve your seat on the bus, call 760-243-9646. The Victor Valley Community Services Council is offering free mobility devices. Do you know a senior in need of a mobility device? The Victor Valley Community Services Council provides free wheelchairs, walkers, bedside commodes, canes, and more to those who qualify. The agency recently received a generous donation of wheelchairs from High Desert Second Chance. For more information, please call 760-243-9646. Terry Kurtz here, throwing out an invitation for you to catch up with High Desert Sports activities. Your High Desert Sports Report, showing 3 times every day on Victor Valley TV. 7 and 11 every morning, 4 every afternoon. Your half-hour High Desert Sports Report, the area's only video action highlights coverage of high school athletes, teams, and sports programs, Victor Valley College Rams and Barstow College Vikings athletic events, including flashbacks to this date in High Desert sports and entertainment history. We hope you'll join us right here on Victor Valley TV. That's a wrap on this edition of Terry Kurtz Online. On behalf of Victor Valley Television Productions, thank you for watching. We hope to see you again next time around.